And that's basically, for the most part, the easiest way to do that. Um, Now these little sticks and stuff that come up here into it, there's a way to mask that. Um, I'm going to show you how to do it, but I'm going to show you on a bigger piece. So let's go up here, and let's say I'm going to turn this layer off for a second. This little square piece, let's say we wanted that to show through, and either we forgot or we just didn't do it with the selection and make it like, you know, how I was saying, it was like a donut. So there's an opposite way to do it, and that's by making a mask. If this gets too hard, don't worry about this part. I'll explain it more in a different situation, but this isn't as big a deal as it sounds like. Basically what you're going to do is on this layer, you're going to go down here under at the bottom of the layer thing, this little, it's like a half circle with like a half filled in, and click it. Oh wait, no, it's my bad. It's the square with the hole in the middle. Looks like a Japanese flag. Layer mask. Now watch up here where it says layer. When I click on it, it's creating an extra page here next to it. All this is a mask. So I can now delete part of the image without it actually erasing. All I'm doing is hiding the image, which is why it's a mask. I'm just going to hide the part that I don't want to be there. But if I screw up or I want it later, I can bring it back because it's not actually erased with an eraser. So let's say we got these little sticks here. What we're going to do is you can see how if it's on this layer, it's got the little edges around that. That's where I'm working on the actual thing, the actual brown piece. If I'm here and it's highlighted around there, I'm working on the mask. And we want to be working on the mask. So I'm going to be on the mask right over here. I'm going to get my pen tool or my or paintbrush, and I'm going to make sure that my foreground is black. And then I'm going to do this big so you can see it. So we're going to not make this correct. So anywhere I paint black, you can see is essentially masking out that part of the layer. So if I went, whoa, too much, I can change my forecolor to white and go color that back in. And the image is still there. If I color that all back in with white, I've taken off the mask part there. So the image is still there and I haven't screwed anything up. So I'm going to clean all this up. So let's go here to my little brush again. I'm going to make it really tiny. And then with the black, just going to draw right over top of what I want to sort of shine through. And then we'll go over to the little squiggly one and kind of do, that one's a little more obvious. And then let's just do this little circle thing up here so you can sort of see. And we'll go do this little area. And all I'm doing is just basically painting with black. Make it a little bigger. And it's just like a paintbrush, so you can do a hard edge brush, you can do the softer edge. We'll go make it a little smaller and go back to this little guy. Okay. So you see, they come through just the same with this layer. But the great part is, if I don't like that or it didn't work, I've still got the image there to work with. I haven't erased anything with an eraser. So let's say this looks great and this is exactly what we want. I would save a copy as a PSD file so it's layered, Photoshop, and that way you've got things that are here in layers. Once you're done and you're gonna send it to someone, all you have to do is on the layer window, go up here to the little upside down triangle and say flatten image right here. And you're going to see all it does, before we flatten, we've got 2 layers. Once we're done, and we've saved a PSD if we want to keep it. Say flatten, it takes it back to one layer. And now everything is just one big image. And then we could save as a JPEG or a TIFF or whatever kind of file we need. But that will flatten it. This path will stay on there, which is good if you need to go back, you accidentally threw away your PSD or something. But then this would be the file like I would send to you. So that's basically what I was going to try to show you with the paths. I will real quick show you the pen tool is another way to draw around a lot of things. So if we wanted to cut this vase out, you're going to be like, oh, I thought I could only draw straight edges. It can draw curves, but it's tricky. And it's not hard, but it's something that you have to practice. Everybody just wants to go, I will show you the first, this is the absolute wrong way to do it. Never do it this way. Everybody just wants to go little dots and go around an edge with little dots like this. And that will never, ever look good, I promise you. What you do, and we're going to do this just real easy and quick, is you're going to lay down your dot with a click. Let's say we go to about right here. We're going to lay down our next dot. But when, okay, so now we're going to go to this little edge right here. So now I need to have a curve. I can't do a straight edge like that. So when I lay down this next dot, I'm not going to let go. I'm going to push the mouse. Whoops, sorry. I just moved it by accident. You're going to put the button down and hold it. I'm holding and drag out. If you move your mouse, it's going to make these little seesaw arms. And you'll see it gives you a nice curve. And all you have to do, and this is where the practice comes, is feeling comfortable with this. I'm just holding the mouse button down, dragging my little arms. And I'm going to get it kind of close to the edge. That when you're doing cutouts of stuff, it's best to stay on the inside of what you're cutting slightly. Because then if like if you were cutting this vase out and putting it on another thing, you won't have that outside black, brown door. You're going to have the inside edge. So then like we'd go here and we can make a little curve. And we go up here. And see how the curve leads into the next curve. And here. And we're just going to move that leaf. But we're going to go out here and get this leaf. And again, all I'm doing is clicking and holding down. I'm just going to cut it over here real quick. I'm going to go back and now I've got my circle, so now it's complete. And now I've got a new working path because we saved that first one. We'll call this one plant just so we can see it. I'm going to turn on my marching ants. Now it's selected. So we're going to do a copy and now a paste so we can see our own layer. So you can see it's right where I cut out and you get this nicer edge. Like this kind of part right here is kind of crappy where I didn't do very good and get close. I got too much out in the door. And like here I got too much down on the desk. But you can see it'll give you nice curves. Now, like I said, that's something you need to just practice. Like the ceiling, doors, anything with a straight line, you don't have to use the curves. It's great. If you use the curves, you just have to be a little bit patient with it and just get used to it. So basically that's everything. So email me if none of that made sense or if you're confused about any of that. I will not be offended. So I will do some more later.